Ladies and gentlemen, Harmontown is now in session. Oh, yes indeed. Welcome, you lucky sons of bitches, to the Nerd Melt Theater in Hollywood, California. And you semi-lucky people listening on your, whatever the fuck you listen to things on. Please welcome the mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon.
Thank you very much. Okay. So it may get weird tonight. I didn't have anything, and so I went through my office at home and I found this journal I wrote in high school, and that's something that LA people do a lot at special shows and things. You know, it's you read your embarrassing adolescent journals and stuff. And I thought, oh, that's ducks in a barrel. It'd be like, oh, Dan the nerd, like being a nerd and trying to be cool, but being a nerd, trying to be a good writer, being a bad writer, and I'll mock my teenage self, and the unspoken humble brag headline will be, I'm so much cooler now, which is how I think it usually works when you read these things. I started reading it and I got really bummed out. Like, just devastated. I want to say I was a vile person, but I mean, it's just, I don't see the difference between this kid and myself. And except that I stopped trying to talk like Frasier all the time, which this kid at 15 is still doing. And I also just stopped like trying to impress other people, including myself. I got to stop posturing. So it's just. I don't know what it is. Aaron was like, oh, this is very. I mean, this is all what's interesting. And people that do those journal shows, Aaron said, they always read the wrong entries. They always, because they don't get it. They don't understand what about their entries is what we want to hear. The Schadenfreude of it all, or whatever it is.
Well, now you're holding a spiral
with 27 Post-it notes, because I started marking the ones. Oh, I'll just read this, and then I'll read that.
I want to paint the picture for people listening to this. This is not like a little, like a little velvet cased, like diary. It's a standard spiral notebook. And how many of these did you have? Is this?
I found 2 of them. This is the first one. I was obsessed with transition, so there's a lot of chapters that happen to this, and I bring the journal to a conclusion at 17. I go, I'm done. There's nothing more to say. I'm self-actualized. The title is Sand Pollution, The Journals of Dan Harmon. November 1989 to September 1990.
Sand pollution?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. I'll give you a taste of my voice at 15. This is how I ended with the first entry. I won't bother to. I'll start. November 27th, 1989, 10:30 p.m. A picture of me on like a bear mattress, surrounded by just like probably just a lot of my own cum. I seem to recall not being able to stop touching myself physically or mentally because no one else was going to do either job. I was festooned with acne, and I had a yin-yang patch on my acid wash denim jacket sleeve because I was very into like Taoism and like exploring all religions and stuff. I think that for the first time, I'm going to try not to read it in this voice because I don't want to. I'm just gonna this hurts really bad, but I'm not gonna. If you catch me starting to go like this, like to make fun of myself, stop me. I think that for the first time in my life, I consciously realized something today. November 27th comes and goes with each identical year, but today was the first and last 11/27/89 I would ever experience. Absolutely nothing extraordinary happened today. And the day itself, along with every other individual day of the year, is gone now forever. And it took all this time to get that far. I suppose that's what an optimist or a reborn Christian is, someone who can appreciate every day as the only one of its kind and every person as something unrepeatable. But I feel this renewed vision could only last so long before slowly decomposing, whilst laying in...
Wow.
Whilst laying in bitter wait for a replacement philosophy. I am an agnostic. And I realize that philosophy is, in the truest sense, food for thought. Hanging on to one bit for too long is silly. It rots on the shelf. It begins to stink. No one gets to enjoy it. You must consume philosophy, perhaps after brief appreciation. And how do you consume it? By bringing out its opposite and exposing it as just more sand. It's a theme that's coming. It'll be slowly revealed to you.
Okay.
It's sad in a way, I guess, but the alternatives are unhealthy. I guess after averaging out all recollection, I'd have to give this day a solid 5. I'd made it. I'll give each day a number.
Can I stop right there?
Sure. But we'll never get anywhere.
Whatever you think, whatever you want to say. 15.
Well,
pretty good for 15.
Maybe that's what I wanted you to think.
Well, so far, I'm on your side.
This is sure. That's probably what I thought the first entry of a journal should accomplish. And yet I don't know if I think anyone's ever going to read this. But I know that I'm trying to impress like myself or some unseen reader. Blogging hasn't been invented yet. So I'm like doing like a MySpace blog. So this is me signing off, and this is very typical. I won't read all the ones that are kind of typical like this. This is one of my sign-offs. Well, deep... Well, deep... I have to do the voice. Well, deep... deep night... Is it night or might? No. Well, deep night and weariness whisper warnings of a melancholy morrow.
All right, I take it all back. You lost me.
I look upon it with the usual neutral dread. Max, dear sir, be with me from 6 till 6 on the special 28th, for I predict it will be an ugly, irksome 4.
Is that written by Doug Kafka?
You should be asking, who's Max?
Well, I have a lot of questions, but let's start with that one.
Max, I figured out, because I was like, who's Max?
Is he the Sandmaster?
Do you remember when I told you that, in a way, yes. Do you remember when I told you that my Dungeons & Dragons character, you kind of pressed me to tell you, and I said it was Jim Nightblade? Thank you for calling out from the audience. That's partly true. Jim Nightblade was a character I played in a game called Shadowrun. Nice. Never let it be said that I did not find my crowd before I died. You cannot expect more than one woo for Shadowrun, and if you get one, you have found your niche.
Was that
well, deep weariness and a weary marrow.
Was that a role-playing game?
It was a role-playing game. It was set in the future, set in a future in which magic and technology had both awakened. Magic had reawakened, and so there were like ogres and dragons and stuff, but there were also like hackers and cyber things, and I played Jim Nightblade, a bounty hunter who was killing it with the ladies. But so my point being that I found a thing where I rattled off like all of my. I was talking about role playing, and I suddenly realized who Max was. Max was was my favorite actual D&D character. Actually, he was somebody I played in a game called Middle Earth Role Playing. It was, which was a little cooler than D&D. It's sort of the crack to D&D's weed. Cocaine, I don't know.
And if you ever want a musical cue, I don't know what it is, but Zach has queued up some of his hip hop. So if you ever want it, I don't know what it is. It's sight unseen or ear unheard.
Well, when your cheeks get to a maximum redness,
all right,
feel free to pop the champagne cork with a little brief hip hop interlude. December 12th, 1989, 10:40 p.m. Tomorrow, if one thing goes right, I shall have opportunity to partake in a shadow run with Neil and Rob. Ah, Seattle in the year 2050.
Your coffee is so strong.
Such a pleasant place to escape to. Where prepositions can end sentences. All right, take it easy, Harmon. Don't bully anybody. Where Jim Nightblade, bounty hunter, stalks the dark streets without fear. The cybernetically enhanced anti-hero for whom nothing goes wrong that can't be fixed by next gaming session. How I envy thee, James. And how I long to control you again for an hour or two.
And how I wonder why language hasn't evolved when technology has these and thous still are in usage.
Oh, I wonder that when one writes in a journal, one must take on an Orson Welles bravado, although one is writing about one's acne. So that for one brief moment I might mistake myself for you and this world for yours. Also so that I might add to my treasure chest of fantastic experiences, which I share with myself alone after the game has been done for days. You see, reader, there's a reader. So, Jim's world has perfect screenplay potential.
Whoa.
I lament earlier that life has no screenplay potential. This is one day earlier. I don't even know what to write, but I feel a surge of pathetic feelings. I know that in a matter of hours, something will go wrong or right, and for the rest of my life, some things will just keep going wrong or right. Real life sucks. It has absolutely no screenplay potential. Life is a monotonous hairball.
Sorry. My cheeks got red.
Life is a monotonous hairball.
That's all right.
I'm happy, then sad, right, then wrong.
Wait, let's break down monotonous hairball.
Let's break it down in the metaphor mixer.
Was that it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy, then sad, right, then wrong, early, then late, old, then young. These drops and peaks are tightly adhered to a steady flatline that is my boring existence. The problem is, these are normal teenage claims. But I'm not supposed to be a teenager. In fact, I'm not. I sense that. My roots run deeper than any adult's. My branches puncture the farthest layer of sky.
Whoa.
But my roots have yet to drink freely, and my leaves have yet to even bud. Do leaves bud? I don't even know. So anyways, I talk about going to play the role-playing game, and then has perfect screenplay potential, as does these. And this is I'm going to rattle off names. These are all names of characters I created and played in various role-playing games. As does Edison Newborns, Melkin Tukes, Raymond Flinks, and of course, Maxwell Artfall. Maxwell Artfall was my guy.
Who is he?
He was a bit of a rapscallion, a swashbuckler, and something of a ladies' man. Strangely enough. I mean, it gets dark. I become more and more of a dick as like my sexual frustration kind of like boils.
When you start reading some of the prose again, I want to cue that music again, and I think it might time out just right.
I'll be dipped in dog shit if I didn't pass my road test on Friday. I'm a licensed driver. Yeah. Now that's a real journal entry. That's a job I'm not doing in every other one. It's like, why don't you stop telling me about the particulars of the Gestalt and tell me, remind me at 40 of like, what were you doing? The more I write, the less I have to say. I lost the debate meet on Saturday. That is, Graham and I went 2-1. The other team 1-2. I just had to throw them under the bus, I guess. I didn't go to the snowball dance at school. I didn't go to the company Christmas party at Ground Round. I didn't go to Comedy Sports on Sunday. Gina moved in with some guy by UWM. Gina would be some girl I had a crush on, not right. Somebody that ever touched me. Actually, she let me kiss her under her mistletoe.
You're still 15, right?
This is December 17th, 89. Yeah, I think I'm 15. My car insurance shall be costing me about $100 a month.
You had car insurance at 15 years old?
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, and a job.
15?
Half my pay at any rate. I was a dishwasher. God knows what gasoline costs. I didn't know yet. Funny thing is, these are my only problems. There are a few more. I got a C on a Brit Lit paper, and I'm 8.5 stories behind in that class. I have to clean my room. No Christmas shopping done. No girl to spend the remaining 40% of my money on. Ladies, don't weep for me. I spew some misogynist shit. I guess the bottom line is that I need a little excitement or a little order to my life. I wish I had a few friends who didn't laugh at everything I said.
No, stop laughing. He hates that.
Yeah, I know. I come to like it. But rather had a reply that might silently amuse me. I wish my zits would vanish, granting me the confidence I feel I need to be more successful with the chickers.
Keep going.
He goes on and on.
Oh, shit.
So then there's a page that says December 18th through January 3rd, transitional movement. Phase 2 begins.
You ready? You want the music back? Dan's taking off his jacket, picks up his vodka, and reads.
Phase 2, I say. Fuck it. In reference to the dealings of my Phase 1 self. Fuck it. In fact, I'm afraid the new policy is this. 1. No more involvement in the affairs of others. No extracurricular attempts at hobnobbing. Speak when spoken to and when wit is unavoidable. You know, sometimes you don't know your own strength. Number 2, think before speaking. No reflexive speech that wears a groove in your brain. Like, which I grew into the master of. Should have listened to some of this shit. Number 3, no more somber thoughts of existentialism that aren't properly coated with wit and or humor. This guy's laying it on the line. Number 4, no unsolicited criticism outside the presence of the subject.
What?
You know, like don't talk shit about people.
Okay, I got you.
Behind their backs, say it to their face. Number 5, constant quest for adventure. Yes. Period. When offered 2 choices, take the less routine. 6, an 80% reduction of all negative humor. Which is easier to execute than the more enjoyable, refreshing, positive humor that will replace it hence. Well, anyways, suffice to say that the policy in general dictates a more light, carefree image, including in my writing, starting now. Ah, that feels better. Well, tomorrow I begin another mad dash to finish homework in class, so I'll better get some ugly sleep. Instead of beauty sleep.
Oh, I get it.
All right. Cool the music. This is the point where I started to go, this is fucked up. Like, this is really fucked up. And I don't know what to say to mitigate that before reading this. I don't know what to do to protect myself from your judgment reading this, because as I was explaining to Aaron, I don't know enough differences between me and this person, except that this person bothered to write this down, and like I know that this person is lying to himself, but I don't. Me saying that is not enough. This is a Tuesday, January 23rd, 1990, 11:14 p.m. I will probably never forget tonight for 2 reasons: one big, one small. The small reason is that I lost my virginity in the back of my mother's '83 Firebird. The big reason is that I realized what a complete scumbag I am. I am the worst shade of evil you can get. Tonight, I played the role of the heroic super stud to the last line. And boy, did I do good. I said, get your hands off of her. What a macho one I was. I'm referring to this story that I've told in at least in another podcast, if not this one, where the girl I lost my virginity to, I met her online, and I went to her place, and for a couple dates, I went to her place and we made out. Then her crazy mom came home, started yelling at her about a New Kids on the Block fan club check that she had taped together after being disposed of as punishment for not doing her chores. She was 21 and had a kid, and was really into New Kids on the Block. Her mom pulled a steak knife out of a drawer and started yelling drunk, and like I stepped in between this girl's mom and her, and with my acrylic sweater and my little rat tail and my zits, and said leave her alone, and so afterward we went under the Hone Bridge in Milwaukee, and we had sex in the back of my mom's car. So I'm coming home from that, I think, and really feeling my oats.
Feeling your oats?
Isn't that what you do?
You sew them.
Before you sew them, don't you kind of run them through your fingers a little bit?
If you love oats.
I love mine at 16. I said, what a macho one I was. And it all worked. I was partly responsible for patching up a family tonight. People were happy and safe because of Dan Harmon. And hey, I even got the ultimate prize. I fucked her in the freezing cold weather in a cramped car. She came twice. Here's the punchline. I don't give a shit about any of them. I'm not even going to write her name on papers. So if my parents read this, I can pretend it was someone respectable. I don't even know what that means. Like, am I in a yacht club? Like, why am I talking like Andrew McCarthy in a why? I was lower middle class. She lived in a.
She lived on the.
Her name was Tammy. She existed. That sounds a lot like she didn't exist, but I have no reason to perpetuate that. She existed. It sounds like she was in.
She might still exist.
Everything I did tonight that made it look like I cared for her was some realistic charade from my mother's soap operas. Some half-assed reflex, something in me that needed to play life just like on TV. Oh, did I say half-assed? No way. It was perfect. All the while in my mind, I was up at Comedy Sports again, strutting my stuff on the AstroTurf stage. To the delight of the rabid audience that demanded to see the new game called Romance.
Strutting your stuff on the AstroTurf.
God knows I don't give a shit about anyone but me. And then I drew a stick figure that I know is Maxwell Artfall because he has a bandana around his head. There are 3 stick figure women flocking towards him. He's brandishing a little stick figure sword, and I labeled it Sword of Charm. And he's holding a rope as if to, about to swing away like Errol Flynn. And it says Rope of Apathy. Some 16-year-olds don't know how to take "I'll let you fuck me" for the compliment it is. Tuesday, February 13th. This is a little less than a month later. All's well that never ends.
Oh, he's good.
Tammy was taken away to a mental hospital.
real good. He fucked the brains out of her.
Tammy was taken away to a...
You fucked her into a mental home?
Attempted suicide is illegal, you see. Quite the opposite, Jeff. I fucked her into the pits of despair.
I wish I had another song queued up for that one.
I guess I didn't have to deal with her after all.
My hero.
After I got off the phone with her, when I realized she was a manic-depressive schizophrenic who thought she was a Satanist. She did think she was a Satanist, that's a true story. I felt bad about not giving a shit about her, so I wrote this eulogy. And it says Tammy by Dan Harmon, filled in later, and it's blank.
Show me? Dan.
Like I'll do it later, I mean...
Yeah.
Well,
why don't you do it now? Why don't you eulogize her now?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Tammy, I'm so sorry I put my wiener anywhere near you. Try to buck up wherever you are, and I also apologize for the size of my mom's car. And just as the poem suggests, she's dead to me now. Blah blah blah. I mean, it's you know what I'm doing. I'm like a 16-year-old nerd who like actually got laid, and I can't deal with the idea. Like I'm, and it's like the only person that would let me do it was like this person I met online, and she was kind of she was mentally unstable, and she did. It's like I don't know what I don't even know exactly what I'm doing. I just know I'm coping with some energy larger than myself by being a woman-hating like pompous asshole, like and acting like whatever. And I just really the uncomfortable thing is I just really this is me. It's not like Aaron said. So what? You haven't atoned enough with the fact that this is your 16-year-old self that you're not like. Why is it embarrassing if it's not you anymore? And I'm like, it's not that it's me. I mean, it's been a million years, but it's just like it's just too uncomfortable seeing the kind of core of your personality. Like kind of laid out by someone who doesn't know how to dress it up right yet. He knows how to dress it up, but his dress is like a special dress that belies the really gross shit underneath. I'm sure he could come up with a much better metaphor for this. For what I'm trying to say. I'm not just getting the same things out of life as everyone else. That's another entry later. I'm only talking to myself on this paper, so I'll just be honest. Look at everybody else. They are so weird. The way they talk, the way they write, the way they think. They're not like me at all. The only similarities I have with these people are the things I've picked up, acquired as habit like a foreigner in America. I need a CAT scan. Maybe I have a tumor. What the fuck happened to me? You notice I'm not talking like Frasier anymore. It was like I needed that first orgasm to like get out the Shakespeare like thing. Yeah. I am like the perfect person. Everything goes swell for me. I have so much to be thankful for. Maybe the problem is I don't know who to thank. I remember I had a saying when I was around 12 or 13 that used to amuse people. I'd say, thanks something. One would think it was a malicious taunt, a way of flaunting my then-fledgling agnosticism toward God. But it wasn't. It was a genuine plea, an honest praise, a desperate attempt by me to show my appreciation to whoever was in charge, without offending anyone by using the wrong name. And I don't mean anyone down here. Nothing has changed. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. There is nothing to latch onto. It's like an equation in algebra with no numbers, just variables. You'll never solve it. Never! And don't think that admitting my confusion is therapeutic, because it doesn't do a thing for me. Should I be depressed, happy, introverted, violent, observant, ambidextrous, funny, young, prepared, afraid, apathetic? There's no one to ask. There never was, never will be anyone like me on this planet. And who cares if there was? The blind leading the blind. No one knows, no one understands the simultaneous pain and pleasure I live with. Constantly on the brink of the insanity I swam in when I was younger, somewhere between 7th and 8th grade.
Were you a cutter?
No, I was a visser. Who needs to cut themselves when they can do this kind of damage on paper? Always finding a new excuse to postpone thought lest I go bonkers. Is that nuts? I'm allergic to my own mind. I am so confused. What will become of me? Everyone else has this determined look on their face, this purpose in life. What do I have? What will I ever get? Where the fuck am I? Who am I? And how did I end up in the body of a 17-year-old? Help. June 20th, 1990. Haven't written in a while. I think I'm going to write a short story loosely based on my recent experiences in life and love. I'll call it... Twinkies of Inferno.
That's been our show. Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody.
That's not the whole title. There's a colon and then there's more. Twinkies of Inferno, The Adventures of Dapper Dan. Speaking of love, I think I am in love, but she hardly knows me. Surprise. And she's going to college in September. She is beautiful, intelligent, witty. Here's the best part. She only laughs at my really good jokes. And when she does, she lights up the whole room. I'd better put her name down for future reference. And I do. I put her full name, and then I put her address and her phone number. So future historians can track her down. I go, what was it like to be loved by Maxwell Artfall? I'll never forgive myself when she's gone. Never. Time for a poetry break, I say. And then I write a poem. I don't think that song will work with the temp to the meter of this poem.
What do you want? What are you feeling?
It's kind of...
We'll go tacit.
It's kind of staccato and...
We'll do it a cappella.
Yeah. There's not a place that you can go. There's no one here you need to know. There's not a thing... Oh, do you have anything by Dr. Seuss? It occurs to me someone had some inspiration here.
I will not fuck you in a car. Upbeat, downbeat, what do you like?
No, really. Trying to make it work with whatever you pick will be more of a... It'll be... I'll just barrel through it like a Dr. Seuss poem. There's not a place that you can go. There's no one here you need to know. There's not a thing that you can be. There's no such thing as symmetry. There is no balance, right or wrong. There are no words. There is no song. There is no pleasure without pain. There is no sunshine while it rains. There's not a deed that you can do. There's no one else. There's only you. You're on your own. Do what you will. You'll die when you have had your fill. You'll die, and then you'll see. We'll share the answers, you and me. When you were not, I split you up, and now you seek to interrupt. Go back, and tend your own. You'll die. You're not alone. I think that's God writing that to people. There's two final entries. We might as well complete the story, and then we'll bring up Spencer. I mean, this has been a full thing that you've watched this. You don't have to sarcastically. I hope that was applause for Spencer and not sarcastic applause for the ending of me reading my pretentious journal.
They're one and the same.
But you know what? This guy wouldn't care what you think. Obviously.
Are you strangling this audience with a rope of apathy right now?
I use the rope to get away from the women who are drawn in by my sword of charm, Jeff.
What?
Second to last entry. August 1st, 1990, 12:51 a.m. I think that indicates that I've started drinking, and I think I'm coming home later. I ran into some old friends tonight. I was at a stoplight in my 83 Firebird when a car pulled up next to me. I noticed it contained Shanard Dern, Dave Harrison, Mike Musgrove. I rolled down my car window and said hello. Strangely enough, the first words out of Mike's mouth were, "smooth grip lube tube."
What?
I then remembered that 2 years ago I had used that term in a speech on birth control to our oral communications class. Mike and Dave were in that class. They were seniors and I was a sophomore. Now I was a senior, sitting next to them once again at a red light. They were drunk. The conversation was slacking, so I mentioned the fact that Andy Luciano, the sports guy on TV6 News, was at White Hen Pantry. I said he looked like Don Ho. I added that his wife was a Don Ho herself. A gosh Don Ho.
Oh, we're going.
Andy doesn't really look like Don Ho. Andy looks Hawaiian, and the only Hawaiian I know is Ho. All right. Obviously a little tipsy going into the journal that night, I think, feeling a little... All right, final entry. Sunday, September 30th, 1990, 11:04 p.m. A lot has happened as of late. I will not bother to dwell.
As of late.
I have become senior class vice president. The class of 91 has failed in their last chance to win homecoming week. We are truly the victims of an administrative conspiracy. My experiences continue to push me up the ladder towards self-actualization, spiritual unity with thought and body and deed. As I progress, I begin to realize that the top rung is connected to the goddamn bottom rung. So it's not so much climbing to the top as it is learning to deal with this round ladder.
Story circle.
The birth of a model. This journal seems so incomplete with all its gaps and ambiguities. Oh, there's enough, buddy. But I sense that this is it for this journal. I just had a funny feeling that maybe I'm speaking over a decade or more to my future self. And my wife and kids.
Oops.
Dan, old Dan.
Take a walk once in a while.
I may be young, but I do not lack in wisdom.
If I don't say so myself.
I don't know when to tell you this, but at this point I was reading this in the green room and I started crying. Erin was watching me read and she's like, what is happening? What's going on? Because she saw how upset I was with the previous entries, and I'm like reading this and crying and kind of smiling a little. And she's like, what is it? What is it? And I'm like, I finished reading it and then I dried my eyes and go, I'm not crying because it's good. I'm just crying because my 17-year-old self like landed the perfect closer to a segment. It's like, I can't believe this kid did something right. Perhaps you have turned to this book in a moment of need. It's true, I had no bits. If so, try to remember the spark that we share. And listen to me when I say that you should hang on. I wonder who the chick in your life is. Is she pretty? I know you don't care, but I'm 17.
I know you've loosened your stance.
You must love her. It must be awesome. You two probably fight a little, but I'll bet she's the type that knows how to handle your little mind tricks. You know what I hope? I hope some rainy night you two have a fight and she kicks you out of the house, or you storm out, take a walk, or a ride in your Corvette.
Now I'm crying.
And she finds this notebook on the coffee table, open to this page, and she reads it and realizes that you really are capable of love, though you don't show it sometimes. And I hope you really did name your child Max.
Because you're both Woody Allen fans.
And I hope that he or she is what you always dreamed of. And I hope someday he or she achieves what it seems you were not born to do. Whatever and wherever they are, give my love to your loved ones. And try to realize that your parents, if alive, feel the same way and would love a call from you on the Visiphone. Which now exists. With that, I leave this, the last entry in the first volume of my journals. It would have been nice if it would have been a whole year long, but only the calendar runs on 12-month cycles. People do not. The sun sets once again on this crazy beach.
Jesus Christ.
The people continue to construct their strange shapes in the sand, while the tide rolls in and out. Spencer, come up, if you will. Spencer Crittenden, our DM. All right. It really is I hope the positive word for it is catharsis. The bad word would be absolute draining, like just crippling sadness.
From 15 to 17, I think we would all be embarrassed by anything we did. It's pretty embarrassing because you really stuck the landing on it. Like you really did it with a big flourish at the end. You know, you John Hancocked it.
Yeah.
And also, you asked your older self to enjoy it.
Yeah.
and also to appreciate your youthful wisdom. That's narcissistic.
Yeah. I may be young, but I still have some wisdom to offer.
I'm smarter than you, old man.
It's like Looper. I hope he kills himself, as he keeps fake threatening to in all his dramatic journal entries. Maybe take a blunderbuss and blow himself away.
It's that there's that sweatiness of adolescence that kind of stinks up the joint. But still, you're still a pretty good writer back then. It's a little Frasier-y at points.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
you could lose the whilsts.
Yeah,
and things like that. And
you notice the whilsts went away kind of as the sexuality emerged. There was still some left over, but there was a lot of it's sort of a stereotype. There was a lot of I was like Shakespeare but bad until a girl let me touch her boobies.
and then you were Kerouac, baby.
Yeah. Then I turned into bad Kerouac.
Actually, there's a threshold. I don't know if anyone's ever read it. Ask the Dust. You become John Fonte in there for a moment. And then that's the threshold into becoming an actualized writer.
Yeah.
Sorry, John Fonte, I love you.
All right. Anyways, so let's see. Should we plunge right into D&D? Probably, right? Yeah, it's already 9:00. So, should we grab our character sheets?
Yeah. Do you want me to give them? This is the character sheet distribution music. Character sheets fluttering across the stage like so many pieces of densely written upon paper. Spencer, if you will, Dungeon Master to the stars, bring us up to date, if you would.
In the last adventure, our heroes, guided by the barbarian Karen Broadleaf, finally arrived at Yellow Camp, the first of 3 Butzelot encampments. Noticing something amiss, the gang came to discover that the Butzelot tribe had formed an uneasy alliance with Ashtail and his Blackpaw Knolls in a bid to gain control of the entire Butts Peninsula. Sharpie single-mindedly sought out his father, only to find that he was in Blue Camp, gathering with advisors to discuss the dwarves' possible surrender. But when the gang got to Blue Camp, they were told Barbarian Lord left for Red Camp, the gathering place of warriors. Eventually, Sharpie met with an old rival, Deadeye Duncan, who revealed that the Lord snuck away from Red Camp last night with a retinue of elite warriors from the tribe. But where were they headed?
I was pretty in the bag by then, I think. I think that might have been during a blackout. Deadeye Duncan?
Yeah. Deadeye Duncan.
An old rival. Oh, I remember.
You met him.
So he said that my dad left with a retinue of gnolls or barbarians?
Of elite barbarian warriors.
And they headed where?
Who knows? It was presumably a secret mission of sorts. You're standing in the middle of Red Camp. A few barbarians stand staring and muttering to one another.
You're saying he told no one where he went?
Yeah. And he left in the dead of night. The most mysterious part of night.
You know, Quark,
Yeah.
I'm no wizard at this, but I am a wizard. And I think we need a tracker. An experienced ranger of sorts.
Yeah?
What about that weird homophobic chick that you didn't like?
Oh my God, I thought you'd never ask.
Do we have a 20 on Mulrain Sedana?
Do you have a 20, like a location?
Yeah, see me talk.
What's your 20? Little buddy.
You look around and standing, leaning against a post in a very cool manner, stands Mulrain Sedana.
Yeah. You mean she was following us the whole time?
Yeah.
She's a tracker.
All right.
That's why we need her right now. I saunter over to her.
Sauntering coolly, you approach the half-elf, half-human.
Role player Aaron McGathy. Reprising her role as Mulrain Sedano. In soap operas, when I was a kid, my mom used to watch Guiding Light, and in soap operas, I don't know if they still do this, but because they shoot one every day, and so you can't avoid, like, sometimes a main character gets really sick, and they have no choice. So they very often, like, a guy they'll go like, well, where's Clifford? And then, like, this guy that you've been watching for 25 years as Clifford comes in, but it's a totally different guy wearing the same sweater, and then this voiceover would just come in and go, the part of Clifford Johnson will be played by Daniel Piloff. And they would just move right along with it. Like, it was the coolest thing in the world.
Daniel Piloff was a goodie, though.
Hello.
Mulrain.
That's a lot.
Sorry we forgot that you were with us or that you disappeared the last chapter of our campaign.
We were good. We had a good time.
It's quite all right. I was on a different adventure.
Really? You have different ones?
Tell us about it. What happened?
Well, I joined a different campaign for...
What were their names?
Their names were Surrey Cruz and Jemima Syrups a lot. And there were legs covered in eyes there too. And there's a lake of fire.
Are you lying? Are you lying to us right now?
Yes, I
You're
am.
making up names.
You just followed us and felt unwelcome.
You've just been tagging along like a stray dog.
I've been in the branches. Adventure.
Well, look, as fate would have it, we have a use for you.
Curse you, fate.
My dad's missing. He left. He didn't tell anybody where he went. I don't know.
He left in the worst part of the night.
The dead of night.
I don't know how tracking works. I don't know if you need to find a broken branch.
I bet Mulrain Sedana knows exactly how tracking works.
I do. I use these skills.
Describe them briefly.
I regard the forest for signs of Butzelot's father.
But
my eyes.
You were in an encampment in the plains and rolling hills.
I was. I'm such a liar. I used my sense of smell, but now I'm present. Right?
You are present, that's true.
Oh, she's good. She tracked her own presence.
I looked to the ground.
Using your keen sense of smell, you detect the distinct aroma of Butzelot warriors.
There are butts this way.
All right, well, lead the way.
I lead the way.
They lead out the door. The smells do.
Let's follow these smells.
I open the door because I'm a gentleman.
Thank you.
Your token is accepted gratefully.
Well, you wouldn't notice that.
I did.
I mean, you did, but these guys are pretty quiet about it.
My journal has turned everyone into a petty 15-year-old. a sad, existential, self-involved mutterer.
Hey, why are you talking? Was wit necessary or
Unavoidable.
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 Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't. I detect unavoidable wit.
Oh.
Yeah. Hoisted by your own petard, Sharpie.
Yeah. Wait, we're going to take a quick break
All
from the
right.
D&D game. Because I cast a pallor over the evening with my journals. I just want to know, raise your hand if you were my biggest fan in the world. Like, if you think, okay, well, there's Adam. Yeah, all right, second to Adam, like who thinks maybe... Like really, you have a super claim. Like you really, really adored me. Really, really, like you felt like I was really a magnificent human being.
Wait, what?
And now they don't? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I wanted to ask him if it changed because of the journals.
It was great. It was great.
Oh, thanks, girlfriend.
I like you more after your journal.
Okay, all right. Jesus, right?
Yeah.
All right. Jesus says he liked me more. Sorry, I had to know. I'll edit it out. Just concerned.
I liked you more.
Okay. Well, sorry. Now everyone likes me less because I cared. I don't know.
Yeah,
I told you I'm the same guy. I care what people think.
That's the thing. You really are the same guy. We don't change, as Tolstoy said. Identity doesn't really change that much.
I still think women that have sex with me are bad people.
And they all go insane.
Thank goodness
afterwards.
we don't have sex.
I'm too busy
Kidding,
journaling.
guys. We're having sex right now.
All right.
What? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
All right.
We're not.
You're doing it wrong.
Pressing play on this Spencer DVR.
You step out of Red Camp. You are outside of Red Camp now. It is evening. You can't see far in the rolling hills.
Still got a track on those smells?
You lose track of the smells.
Well, shit, that tracking thing, all it did was get us out of...
I examined the ground.
You examine the ground and see several pairs of tracks. It looks like they've been attempted to be covered up, but your keen eyes see through the illusion.
I suggest that we follow the tracks that are most butts a lot like.
You suggest successfully.
Let's
right.
follow these.
All right. We have torches.
Yeah.
We better light them up, gentlemen.
Lighting your torches, you shed light on the path.
It's just to keep, like...
Does Spencer suddenly hate this?
I'm so awkward, you guys.
Not true.
No, we all...
Let's follow the footprints.
I created a vortex of raw emotion. Spencer's not immune. Like we're all feeling very adolescent.
I just come here to hate myself every week. So, I mean, it's normal.
Like a sand dune shaped by the malevolent monotony of...
As many shapes as I intend to create on this sand, I know the tide will inexorably come. I was 15 too, you guys.
I wish I could have found you and had you do punch up on my journal.
What was the character? The guy with the bandana? What was his name?
Maxwell Artfall.
We got to meet that guy along this campaign at some point. Spencer, can we draw that character up at some point? Or is that just be Dan?
He might have met his tragic demise. I believe I heard he drowned in pussy.
Oh.
It was, it was terrible. His rope of apathy could not get him. It's only so long.
His sort of charm couldn't strike enough pussy off.
I heard he drove away in a Corvette.
The all-new 2050 Corvette.
With Visiphone.
I examine our surroundings about us, Spencer.
You fail to see the footprints that Mulrain Sedana has noticed with her keen eyes.
We follow the footprints?
Okay, let's follow those crudely covered up footprints.
Throwing caution to the winds, you follow the footprints. They head south, east, west. There we go, southwest.
What's happening tonight, Spencer?
I'm just sick. I'm gonna say that every day. It'll be awesome.
You were sick last week, you said.
I know. That's my thing now.
Are you in love?
Did you eat some bad dice? Have you been licking your dice again?
Did you roll a number 2 earlier?
Did you roll a number 2?
It's a dice joke.
Yeah,
and a poop joke.
okay, sorry, Spencer. We are concerned about your health.
Sorry. Yeah, Spencer,
Don't be.
Are you, is it an actual ailment, or are you just...
I think I just have like terrible anxiety crossed with steadily poisoning my body with like processed and fast foods, you know? Just combines to make me feel terrible all the time.
You look good.
I know. I'm really good at faking.
You're like a plus 15 at faking, aren't you?
Yeah.
Great.
3 or 4 rounds.
Sorry, Spencer. I'd like to. I'm looking at my character sheet, and I noticed that you said that I'm 111 pounds, and I've never been happier. It's a nice. You said I'm 111 pounds.
Yeah, but you're a dude.
Yeah, I think 6 pounds of that is penis. So be careful what you wish
even
for.
lighter.
Yeah.
Anyway, we follow the tracks.
Following the tracks to the southeast, you make very little progress. You track about 1.5 miles before losing the trail. It seems like it either veers to the southeast or the southwest, but you're not sure which. The southeast, you can see mountains in the distance. The southwest, you can't make much out.
Shit!
Let's go towards the mountains, you guys. Right?
Of course.
Come on. Harmontown, mountains?
Well, he's going to meet with dwarves, right?
Yes. And dwarves like being taller.
They'll do anything to. Yeah.
They're going to be in the mountains,
a little height.
acting all tall.
I was going to say, I think they live in mountains.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, probably. I mean, Lord of the Rings, much.
Anachronisms much?
Well, I mean, I'm speaking as. Okay.
Let's go to the mountains.
Let's head towards the mountains.
The mountains.
You hike for what seems like hours.
Hey, Sharpie, we got a lot of downtime on this hike toward the mountains.
Let's do a walk and talk.
Do you want to make a journal entry while we're on the way?
Cursed earth. It mocks my footsteps. I'm so perfect. Wish I could find a woman who only laughs when I'm really funny. Then I would give her my penis. She would love it, for I am 17.
Nice. Weird. But nice.
Be comforted. Sorry. Take it back.
How long until we need to camp?
It's nighttime. You've been walking for a good 5 or 6 hours in the evening. I mean, you could make camp or you could press on. You don't know where these tracks lead, so there's not really a good timing to it.
I think let's take a little break and let's play a game. Like a board game or a word game or something like that.
Sure, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody know any games we could play?
Well, what about like a role-playing game?
A role-play game? All right. Wait, what's that one where it's technology meets magic?
Shadowrun?
Can I be Jim Nightblade?
I don't see how this is constructed.
Little too close to home there, Sharpie?
It's very clever and very expressive, but ultimately I think it's going to get like a 1.7 and a Thursday at best. I fear for its future. I think it should just...
What's the worst thing that would happen? They're going to fire you off the show?
Not this one. This is Harmontown. I created this. This is not...
You created Sarah Silverman and Community, too.
Yeah, but this time I put Harmon right in the title. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
What if we pretended we were a family? I know I'm a man, but what if I was the mommy? And Butzelot, what if you were the daddy? And what if you were the uncle?
I probably will go into a berserk rage.
It might actually help me to get through some of these issues. I'm feeling really ineffective right now. I'm trying to track my dad. I left him in the first place because I didn't feel like I was enough of a man. Now I can't even find the guy.
Do you have any stories about your dad you can tell us while we're camped out?
Hey, he hit me with a magic belt.
What sort of magic was it?
And it was a
Spencer?
+3 against asses.
Oh, sweetheart.
Thanks, Mulrain. But it's not sensitivity that I need. It's to get my shit together. Shit. Such a fuck up.
No. Too hard on yourself.
There's got to be a better way to track them than just conventional means. Wandering in random directions looking for smells. It's my dad.
I use...
You've tried enough. You've helped enough. This is,
But I must have something better than...
The father-son bond is what will lead me to him. I take my mage dagger and I make a tiny, painless cut on my hand.
Painless.
Haven't had a dream in a long time.
I hold my fist out by the torchlight and I squeeze a little drop of blood onto the dirt at my feet. And I say, magic. Father find.
Well, divination isn't your strong suit, but you do get the sense that he's to the southeast.
I said that. He's by the mountains, you guys.
To the southwest.
What?
The mountains are to the southwest.
Oh.
So I avoided getting lost with my hand cutting and fake Arabic Jewish stuff.
Assuming you were right.
What time of day is it, Spencer?
It is evening.
Let's
I mean, it's like early, like 2, 4 a.m.
We use our torches and we go to the southeast.
I say extinguish the torches and travel under the cover of night. It's safer to travel without lights at night, right? Look, I'm a barbarian gnome.
You are incredibly convincing in your argument. The others are won over to your side immediately.
All right. We extinguish our torches.
Extinguishing your torches, you stumble around in the dark. Slowly but surely, you head to the southeast before the break of dawn.
Ow! Ugh. Ah.
I examine our surroundings now.
You see off in the distance smoke rising as if from some sort of encampment or small village.
Sharpie?
I say we hide. I'm kidding. Let's head towards the encampment.
Look, man, I was going through your journal last night while you were sleeping. And,
Don't read it.
You left them out, man.
You're gonna find out how smart I am.
You talked a lot of trash when you were 16 years old, man. And, like,
Well, I went through some shit. No one ever understood me. My roots punctured the earth, but never drank freely.
I know, Sharpie. There was a passage that really moved me when you talked to your current self, and you got the date exactly right, and you wished that you would start acting like an adult. You assumed that you already would be, and yet here you are, just hiding in a bush for the rest of your life. The 15-year-old's hid in that journal. And got hit by asking you what?
And got hit by a magic belt.
He got hit by a magic belt. Like let's let that spell loose.
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
You could cut the tension with a knife, or a stick, or anything with a finger.
You know what? All that having been said, I think we head toward the encampment.
Triumphantly, you raise yourself from the
everyone loves
bushes.
the encampment.
They enjoy progress.
People like hitting play more than pause.
I just meant we're left-wingers.
We run to the encampment.
Running to the encampment, you detect the unmistakable aroma of knollhide.
We smell it.
You smell it.
I smell it. I love it.
Knolls are bad. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I just love smelling things.
All right. Well, I think this session of D&D has been the bringing Adam Goldberg up on stage of D&D sessions. And I think we got to know when to.
You mean exciting and illuminating?
Like maybe. We should probably set up camp and pause it and not do anything.
You don't have to like camp before you pause. You could pause before action. It's like a cliffhanger sort of thing.
Yeah, I start to jump up into the air.
Freeze frame.
Yeah, it's like a Toyota commercial.
Yeah. Is there like a drawbridge I can start charging across? Like,
Did I do it bad?
It's not you narcissist.
It's me.
It's not you.
It's me.
It's me.
No,
it's
you.
me.
It's not
Not
me.
everything's you. It's
The
not
only person who's not blaming himself is Jeff. And really, I think it's him. I don't know what he did wrong, but maybe he wasn't supportive enough of my journal. I don't know.
I love your journal. I've been very supportive.
I think it's
of
these
your
guys with the matching jackets in the front.
No, don't throw the audience into
They're
the
not
bus.
matching. They're just brown. One's leather. One's like a kind of a nylon-y kind of canvas business.
They look great.
Yeah. It's a UPS jacket. And the other guy's got like a naga hide thing going on.
I was just kidding. I made fun of it because I love it. I'm sorry.
What happened is, I said last week in a drunken D&D playing stupor, I was like, "Oh, we should not play anymore because I wanted you to get your famous friend, to come and play with us." And then we couldn't bag him as a guest. So then Spencer was like, "Is he coming?" "No, sorry." So now he didn't have it. Now we're walking on a path for a whole week. It's my fault. The whole thing is my fault. And I may have been an asshole when I was 16, but I have become a person who knows how to over-apologize. That is a coping mechanism that I have spent 30 years developing in place of math.
It was fine.
Well, thank
Great
you,
job, everybody.
Spencer. Before let's thank Aaron McGathy. Aaron, thank you very much. Aaron, everyone. So Spencer, stay put, because I personally am concerned about this growing anxiety of yours.
Let's just talk to Spencer like a human being for a change.
Spencer,
Let's learn more about him.
will your anxiety permit you to come up on stage and sit in this chair and grab the mic so the audience can see you?
I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, Spencer, everyone.
Do you need a drink? Do you want
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Spencer, what's going on, man? I'm worried about you. Last week you said you weren't feeling well, but then you said it was anxiety. Are you like agoraphobic or?
No, I'm just weird.
But you've been so like everyone that I know that's heard the podcast or people that come to the show, like it's pretty unanimous that people really enjoy you in the show and like they love what you do. Like, do you not feel welcome here? Or?
Oh, I love it.
Safe?
That's why I come here. But it's like I'm just anxious. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's not like there's things that are happening that are like making me anxious. It's like I'm anxious and that's making me feel weird about things that are happening.
I've had that.
Because of this or because of other things? Because of Harmontown or?
Probably. I mean, I don't. This is new. It's not regular. It's a cause of stress, both good and bad. Like, I mean, it just does that.
Anxiety
sort of
is a thing that happens. Yeah, I got respiratory alkalosis. All of a sudden my body was breathing wrong. I didn't even know it. I was getting lightheaded, and it was because I enjoyed the San Diego Zoo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just your brain like will turn anything around you into the anxious stuff.
Are you feeling anxious right now?
Kinda. Like now that you just brought it up, but like.
What if I really focus hard on it right now? What if I really call it into high relief?
Just my anxiety?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm defiantly pressing it down now. I don't know.
Well, I hope you feel safe here, because I feel safer having you up here on stage. Like, I think you create a very calming blanket in Harmontown. It's you're very good at what you do.
Well, I'm glad. If that changes, let me know. I'll gracefully take my exit. So, if that happens, if I'm good, it's fine, you guys.
I think you're better at what you do than Dan or I are at whatever it is we do. I think you get up here and actually get up and do a specific job quite well.
Luckily, you've defined it for me, so.
Yeah, so our jobs are undefined. Like we have plenty of right to be anxious, but.
Do you like dream pop Spencer?
Yeah, no, I saw that Dino tweet. I do. I enjoy dream pop.
I found out what kind of music I like. It's called dream pop.
What is that?
It's kind of a synthy aesthetic, typically melancholy emotionally, but kind of has more tone than melody sometimes. I would say Mazzy Star would be like a dream pop playlist item.
He knows.
M83, I'm particularly fond of. I'd have to Wikipedia to find out the rest.
Do you have any? Does
two,
anybody have any on their phone or iPod or something we can play?
I don't think it would be.
I'm just curious.
I think the mood is already too dream poppy right now. We would need something more bluegrassy to bring the show to the station. Is there anybody here tonight that feels like they're going through a particularly troubling period in their life? Someone that has a terrible problem? All right, Jesus' hand is already going up.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Someone else.
It's all right, Jesus. Can you come up here and talk about it a little bit?
Jesus.
Spencer will take his dungeon master seat. Jesus will come up. Jesus, I remember, was in the front row, I think, or second row, the night we interviewed everyone of all races, and he was one of the Latino people. But no, I know you didn't come up, but you were.
I wasn't here.
You were what?
That was the 1 week I missed.
Pretty racist.
Wow. Different Latino.
It's okay.
Different Jesus. I swear to God, there was a Jesus here.
We all look the same. Jose, Jesus, Pedro. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's recorded. I remember his name was Jesus, and I remember your name was Jesus, so I made that connection. That's called racism.
Or Alzheimer's.
As an ambassador of Mexican people, I forgive you.
Thank you. Tonight, what's her name? Julieta came up. You weren't here?
No, I was here, but
That's what I'm talking about.
Julieta. Never mind. Don't worry.
Oh, Julieta came up a different night when we. And if that was a different night,
it's a different.
I'm off the hook. I'm not racist. Yeah. Like I'm just. I have Alzheimer's.
See, you experience it, but I like catalog it sort of in my mind. Oh, that's episode 4. That's episode 14. So that's why
All right. So what's the problem?
It's one of those things I feel are kind of like things I'm not allowed to complain about. Mm-hmm. I have a great job. I get paid
brown people problems.
Yeah, exactly. Like most people that are like 40-year-olds Mexicans that are like outside Home Depot waiting for a job. Hopefully they'll like work 12 hours and then maybe get like $30. But I have a steady job. I get paid $10 an hour. I mean, it's a lot of work. 12 bucks. It's a lot of time. I hate it. Even though it's meaningful, I told you about it, SpaceX, the drilling holes into spaceship parts, bullshit. Yeah.
You work on a spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah, for real. It's no joke. Tell them about it.
Oh, it's meaningful. I don't like it. It's a lot of time. I spend a lot of the time listening to your show, and
while you're working on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Like welding an X-wing onto an X-wing fighter, or what is the real image of what you do?
Is this the ship that's going to take us to the moon?
Yeah. It will.
This is the you're building the Harmontown ship.
Yeah, I probably will if I continue on to this thing. Yeah.
But let them know that you're not saying these things because you're schizophrenic. No. You actually have a job at where? I mean, are you allowed to say?
SpaceX, you can, I don't know.
It's like a private space company, right?
I don't want to, talk up because what you say is way more interesting than what I can say.
I'll edit it out.
You work on a spaceship. That's way more interesting.
And this is one of the most boring episodes of Harmontown in recorded history. So
No. I mean, like the first episode, it was really like, I was immediately hooked. Because it's like, oh, whatever. I'm looking at all these podcasts. There are a lot of good ones. And then the first episode, you're talking about how much it sucked to be fired. And I was like, whoa, like you were really personal and revelatory. Like the first thing I heard from you, and I was impressed. And I slowly it became my favorite thing in the whole world.
Well, I'm honored and flattered. But okay, so let's go. So you're feeling dissatisfaction.
Well, yeah, I mean, but everyone, raise your hand if you're like in a creative, productive, media artsy kind of thing. Like, no? Yeah, and you want that career to progress, right? And it's just everyone.
Wait, so what did you? So wait, are you saying you're creative, but you've ended up in a scientific kind of cul-de-sac in your career, or are you saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't because I'm complete. I have no reason for my self-doubt to be really risky. I just read a Tumblr entry that I guess I'll just say you believe your mom didn't love you, and
no.
Yeah.
I make that joke for. Well, I mean, I think my parents are a little reptilian.
Reptilian?
Like, kind of like, you know, I don't. I mean, they say they love me all the time. I just don't really. I'm not really. I don't really feel that. It's probably my fault. Maybe I'm the reptile. I've also diagnosed myself with Asperger's and bipolarism and anything that comes down the pike. So it could be broken inside me. But anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to
no.
But you're so you. Did you bring that up because you feel like your mom didn't love you?
No, not at all. I feel like I have no excuse to have all this self-doubt.
Oh God, I don't either. Are you kidding? No, I grew up in a fucking beautiful little neighborhood in a lower middle class suburb of Milwaukee, and we played kick the can and partook of the nectar of the pear trees. I don't know much about wildlife. My point is, I took advantage of it. I took it for granted. We threw rocks at cars and ran away. We caused trouble for the fuck of it because we lived in Eden. You know, it's like tied ropes across the street to try to cause accidents, and people would get out of their cars and go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And we'd go, like run away because that's what juveniles are doing. Like they're trying. Like there's not enough pain in their life. I was looking at photos today on Reddit of what's going on in Syria. It's just blowing my mind. Like what was particularly blowing my mind is that I was looking at pictures of it and it was functioning as entertainment. I wasn't. We use that word to usually mean like, haha, this is so fun, but you can also be being entertained by like, holy shit, that's crazy. Like, which is what I was doing, looking at these pictures of like people's feet getting like, you know, all fucked up and like just like everyone pointing guns out of holes in cement walls at each other. I can't tell who the good guys, the bad guys are, or who they think who's fighting who. Like, those guys are not like, you know, they get to complain all they want, but they don't have time. They're not doing it. They're like, where's my gun? Where's my bullets? Where's Fred? Oh, he's dead. Okay, where's Steve then? You know, and they move on. They're self-actualized, but we don't want. That's not the solution. We don't want to live that life. So, you know, yeah, the people who get to sit around and whine and have first world problems, like, yeah.
Well, that's most of North America.
Yeah,
like
it's the whole first world, you might say. But we also, you know, I mean, there's guilt that comes with that, but the guilt doesn't really get you a lot of places, except for, I think it's
Harmontown.
To gets you to Harmontown. Anyways, that was all to say, like, whatever. You don't have to. You've done enough. Kind of, what do you call it? Disclaiming of whatever your complaints are. So imagine that everyone forgives you. Imagine that that no one's gonna be muttering into their coffee cup. Okay. Then that guy got up and he should be grateful, but he's not. Blah blah blah. Like, what's your pettiest complaint? I told you my gardener's doing something wrong. Right. I have chapped lips. It's ruined my day. Like, what do you wish it was true that isn't, or? It's
all the time I'm spending drilling holes into stuff that I could be in a room with funny, awesome people making things, and I wish that was my job. I wish I could just get drunk and high and make things. Like, I remember seeing an interview when you were talking about this embryo farm of, like, all these ideas, and people would just add to it, and I was so excited, and, you know, I have a Twitter account called Embryo Farm, but I don't do anything on it. I just... Anyway, point is, it's that I want that to be my job really soon. When you were talking about Channel 101, and I started looking at all the Channel 101 things, and oh shit, it's just the jealousy of other people that in high school. I thought that my dream was a little too grandiose, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a great actor, blah, blah. But then, like, a dozen or so of my friends in the same class focused and struggled, and they succeeded. They're doing what they love. They're traveling around the world doing this stuff, and
They're creatives?
They're creatives.
Actors,
they're
writers?
creatives, actors, writers, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying they
and you made a sensible, practical decision to go down like an engineering road?
Yeah.
It's so literary, or like that you're not doing a creative thing that as far as you're concerned, but what you're doing is drilling holes in spaceships, which is like you're the guy that you're the mechanic of space flights.
Well, that was interesting for like 3 months or 2 months, and now I'm still there.
You're feeling a kind of like potential regret. You're going like, when they all put their lives on the line for their art and their craft, meaning that they ate ramen noodles, and you took a more sensible path. So now your reward is you're drilling these holes, and you're thinking about Tony, who may or may not be fucking Natalie Portman or whatever it is that he's doing, whatever the fantasy is.
Oh, he's fucking.
Or just having a good time. I don't mean to make it sound shallow, the fantasy. I mean, because she's deep. So I have good news for you. The amount of time that creatives spend doing nothing, even remotely creative, is like almost equal to the amount of time that non-creatives do.
Well, I know. I did spend 4 years doing nothing at all. Like, I could have spent that time writing, but I didn't.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is it's not too late.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
You're worried that I think your concern might be that you would have to quit your job because you can't drill a hole in the spaceship at the same time as you write on a manila notepad, what if a pickle met a Bigfoot? But I just did that at the same time as I was supposed to be entertaining people, which is, and for a lot of these people, this show has become like me drilling holes in spaceships. But it becomes monotonous and quiet, and there's a lot of sweat involved.
Bringing boring people up to talk like me.
No, I think this is more interesting.
I like the mutual anxiety association going on. Like, I assume, like, Jesus, you come up here, you seem so self-assured. Like you gave me a patch from the spaceship you're working on. Like, you seem like you got your shit together. Dan, we all assume has his shit together. Spencer comes up here and nails it every time. It's so funny to me to look at you people, and people don't assume that you guys haven't got it all together. Like, you can look at people and assume that you guys have it all like laid out, like as long as you just said so. It's very illuminating and crazy to find out that you're in a vortex of anxiety right now.
Well, deep down we believe in ourselves and believe we're great. Like, the journal entry. I believe in the whole, I was probably around a couple thousands of years ago in some form, spinning around electrons, blah, 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 and I have my past memories. So, never mind. As a dungeon master,
I hate myself. Make no mistake.
Do you really?
I don't know, maybe.
This is becoming my favorite Harmontown ever. There's escape velocity in this show.
Dream Pop is very melancholy. Spencer and I both like it, but we do have our shit together. We are happy people. And I think that, and Dino's like that too. He listens to Pink Floyd and really, really bitter, dark, sad, depressing stuff.
80% of my music at home is sad, melancholy, wallowing.
Because that's how we enjoy our great lives. We go who would have thought? Yippee-ki-yay!
The struggle.
Everything, and I think that's the feeling that people who are happy have, kind of, because happy has to be in quotes, and so does sad. Because we've all met people who kind of enjoy being miserable. It's hard to put we all have friends, or hopefully not a lot of us have them as friends, but they're in your circle of friends. Or you just kind of say about them he's getting off on it. He likes his ennui. He keeps saying that but that's his thing. That's how he's happy. And I don't think that's you. I think the good news for you is you're actually on the precipice of making yourself happy, because what's the first thing that's going to happen before you make yourself happy? It's not going to be you being happy. It's going to be you not being happy. Otherwise, the next thing wouldn't make any sense. So you're drilling holes in spaceships. You're raising your hand when someone says who feels this way or that way.
Well, that's easy.
You're answering calls. It's that. It's supposed to, well, it's easy. It's fucking like, yeah. So is jumping off a cliff, kind of. So is writing Pickle Meets a Bigfoot. So is
No. The writing, okay, this raising my hand and talking to you when the great role model, blah blah blah. That's easy.
Because it's following your bliss, so to speak.
Yeah,
it's doing what you feel like you really want to do.
To go home and write something and actually stare at the paper, like sitting in a room alone with God, I think was a good metaphor. You might have been blackout drunk.
A jail cell.
Jail cell. Sorry.
But because God rapes you when you write. If you're really good at it, it's like it's a violent procedure.
But don't we all feel like that? Like, I mean.
Yeah, everyone feels like that, and that's why I don't have a reason.
I think that people who come to the show and sit in the back of a comic book store and listen to the show, I think we're all kind of here for some reason or other. But the idea, I think we all have great aspirations, but also I think that we're not arrogant enough to assume that the world owes it to us. I think there's probably in this room the mind power and the creativity to do something like absolutely stupendous. It's really interesting. Like
a town, like a colony.
To sort of like form some colony. But like just really like from my vantage point, looking at Dan, Jesus, and Spencer, looking at like the brain power and the sensitivity and the sensibilities, like it's very like it's moving to me. It's like I'm kind of choking up over here. It's very cool.
Well, let's do an experiment, just because there is such a Baptist revival happening, and God forbid that anyone leave and go, well, that got a little cultish. Let's just commit to it.
Not cultish. We wallowed in a 15-year-old's journal for a while, and it brought out the 15-year-old aspirations, and me. I think I'd say probably in plenty of us. There's a melancholy kind of Morrisey vibe going on in here, but in kind of a groovy way.
All right, people of Harmontown, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and the answer is going to be Jesus at the top of your lungs. Who has the power to create? Jesus! Who has the power to make the earth a different shape? Jesus! Who is so entitled to happiness wait. I don't blame you, sir, because I lost track of my thought. Who is so entitled to happiness? Wait, that he's you know what? I'm making the problem worse because it's making it.
Yeah.
Who has a dick the size of Montana? Jesus! Whose dick is made of ink? Jesus! Whose penis is a mighty pen? Jesus! Whose dick will write life across the paper of the universe, and whose dick writing will make all the women and even me, God, that weep when they read it?
Jesus! Who has a recipe for buttermilk biscuits that will make you shit yourself?
Actually, yeah, no, not Jesus. We need to know that because we're having a
Rosa Parks. I just listened to a Greg Proops article where Rosa Parks had a pancake recipe.
Oh right, yeah, peanut butter.
Peanut butter, yeah.
The peanut butter pancakes. They're supposed to be fuck around good pancakes. Yeah. Not only one of the godmothers of the civil rights movement, she also had a recipe for peanut butter pancakes that will wipe you out.
Yeah, but you know what? Who would have been better at serving civil rights if he had been there than Rosa Parks?
Jesus!
Who's smarter than Einstein? Jesus! Who's better able to do accents on the fly than Robin Williams? Jesus!
Prove it.
You guys are bummed out.
Prove it.
Who could go to SeaWorld, put his head in a whale tank, and just start babbling in dolphin talk and have the dolphins understand even though they were in the wrong tank?
All right, now, guys, give Spencer some now. Spencer needs it most. He's ill. It's become a faith healing tent right now.
Oh, but there's one over here that's having problems as well. I sense the pain in his beard. It grows from his face, but it hasn't detached. He's holding his fears and thoughts. What's wrong with you, young man?
Things.
He has things wrong with him, but I feel the power to get those things away.
Hallelujah.
I want to ask, where do those things go when they go away? They go into
Seattle.
Yeah, that was confusing. Why would they go into Jesus.
Yeah, they go to, well, someone said Seattle.
You know, doing those revivals, it actually takes a lot of work. I'm realizing that they're not easy. No. Who has the power to do a good revival? Dan Harmon. Thank you. Now that I'm good at doing revivals, who's gonna have his things go away? Who can take those things and write a little script about them? Maybe a Modern Family spec in his spare time between drilling holes in spaceships, or even an original idea that would be really bad, and then he'd show it to his most trusted friends, and they'd say, this is stupid, and he'd say, I know, but he'd wake up the next day and he'd still be alive.
Judd Apatow!
I think it might be. If you want to be a writer, you got the first step is writing. You already know that, but
now I have to.
What a lot of people can't accept is that it starts with being a really shitty writer. There is no way.
It reminds me of all the stuff I deleted.
Yeah. I kind of wish I could. I think that's the nice thing about that thing is like I was not a prodigy.
That was actually pretty. Well, the embarrassing thing is like this is pretty good.
Well, there were bad things about it that got corrected over a long time. But also, whatever. There's conflicting messages there. One message is it's never too late to start. One message is it could happen overnight, but not until you do it shitty for a while. Another message is like it takes a long time, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the only things that you can control are the things that you do the next day. So you're drilling the hole in the spaceship. I hope it doesn't have to come to a big decision to either like quit and cast your life into chaos, and better, because that's not really writing being creative as a career doesn't really earn that. Like that's just something people do because they have to do it. Like it doesn't necessarily need that as fuel. You could actually conceivably, with enough concern about it, you could maybe drill some holes in some spaceships on like Saturday or something, like something.
Yeah.
Like chip away at it.
Well, now that you've built up my confidence, I've been wanting to. I had a dream where I played a 16-bit video game designed by you, and I haven't played the beginning. So that's one thing I want you to do. I want you to make it like a Flash video game. I think it'd be really funny.
All right.
You should do it. You're a writer.
All right. And that video game will be called
Jesus!
All right. It's not a real eyeball grabber. But, maybe we'll put some tits on the cover.
Jesus, the video game. In 16 bits. Wreck-It Jesus.
All right, it's Jesus, everybody. Give him a hand. And buy him a drink, maybe.
Spencer, do you feel any better?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, you guys. I don't get it.
Was that sarcasm or?
I don't know. Seemed to like the right thing.
But you don't feel any better is what you're saying.
No, I feel better physically. And mentally.
Is there anything Dan or I or the Harmenians here tonight could do to make you feel spiritually or psychically better tonight?
When you're subscribing to the podcast on iTunes and writing incredible ratings, like 5-star reviews, take a tall glass of Kettle One and enjoy it.
All right, well, everybody, listen. Keep your feet on the side of a tree. Keep your hands on a dog. And keep your eyes looking at the stars. Well, one of them. Keep your other eye looking at like a lizard that will keep inspiring you to make your eyes able to point 2 different directions. Let me go back to your feet because I should divvy those up too. Have the first 3 toes on one of your feet.
Dan, honey, 15-year-old Dan, it's time for school. It's time for school, Dan. You dreamed the whole thing.
I dreamt I was a 40-year-old fat man with a hot girlfriend, which I really care about because I'm 17, and I know he doesn't care about. With a bunch of people that like him and always laugh at everything he says. And
thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Beautiful, beautiful people. I'd like to thank Jesus, Spencer, everybody. One more time for Spencer Crittenden. I'm Jeff Davis. Also, Katie Levine, Zach McKeever, Emily Gordon, Danielle Kramer, Dustin Marshall, Mo Fathelbab, Jenny Fime, and Sharu Shaka. One more time for the mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon.
Down to do your neon lights shine for you.
Thank you all.